Welcome to my YouTube channel again. My name is Julian Holder and today we'll be discussing challenging mindset. If you would like to like, comment or even subscribe, you can just do it by just clicking on the buttons below. Today we'll be just discussing about how I challenge my mind to running long distances and also keep myself motivated through my day-to-day life. I try to do like a structure to myself, so I write down a set of goals I want to try and to achieve. And within them goals, every week I see if I can try and get closer to them or even get to reaching them. The main thing for me is just to do my life into stages. So every month I see, okay, am I getting closer to what I want to get to? So when I started running these long distances, it wasn't just down to just me trying to challenge myself. It was more just trying to say, okay, how far can I actually go? So when I started doing the 5k runs, I really got into it. This was during the lockdown when the 5k run was it took me quite a while to get done. It would take me about 30 minutes to get completed. And then I slowly, gradually got myself a bit better, started doing it under 25 minutes and so on. So what I do, I don't try and say, oh, I can do anything. I feel like, oh, if I keep taking my time in stages, I finally get there. And I use that same attitude towards my business. So the same thing with my restaurants, all the bars, all my events that I do. I always try and do it in different strategies and try and have a sort of different challenge for each one. So with this challenging mindset and a sort of way of pushing myself to the next level, I think it's really important that everyone in general sometimes has set some goals they want to try and to reach to. And I'm like, one of my key goals to get done this year is to finish refurbing the bar and have it ready for 2021 summer. So after the lockdown, the bar will be completed, and when things are allowed to be opened, I'll be able to get to the next stage. So I don't set big goals, I set small stages, and then slowly, bit by bit, I can see how far I can get to. So the same thing that we do with the running, I think I struggled really hard in the beginning with my breathing. So what I did, I practiced to try and breathe correctly when I was running long distances. So I try and breathe in steady paces, every 5 seconds, just breathe in, breathe out, and keep taking small steps. And this, I also did the same thing with my knees, because my knees were hurting really hard as well. So when I was running on the street, after like 10 or 20 minutes, my legs would start to hurt. So what I did, I started to change the pressure on my legs and moving some of the pressure on both my legs. So now my left and right knees were pushing off each other, working a bit better. So that's something I was really happy with as well, especially running long distances. And I also planned nice routes as well. I try to check on different sceneries, because if you keep running all the time, it does get a bit boring. So it's also good to see other things you can actually do. Not just running as well, there's loads of other things you can actually do. Like I've got a kettlebell at home, I usually do push-ups, or when the gyms can reopen, we can do a lot of gym work. So it's always good to change it up, or even I like to do a little bit of boxing as well. And I try to keep myself busy doing it. I think another thing with having a challenging mindset is also feeling a bit stressed. You feel you feel like you can't do something. You said, oh, let me push it to the next day, or maybe I can't be bothered today. I think that's one of the key things just to get through with having a challenging mindset. And with you need to just find a way to realize that sometimes saying can't and saying, oh, I can't be bothered is actually more dangerous to your actual mindset. So with little things like when I compare it to my running or my business, I was always keep telling myself, oh, let me just keep to a steady 10k, or don't bother going any further, you can't be bothered. I think sometimes you need to kind of just switch it around to say, let me just see how far I can go. And that's why I think it's really important sometimes just to push through, because it can be very challenging at times when you don't have the energy to do something, and you see successful people around you, especially on these social media platforms, doing extremely well, and you're like, oh, and you feel like, oh, you can't be bothered, or maybe it's not the best time to do it. Situation, it's best just to change things up a bit. Let's see, what if I do this? Well, imagine if I can do this. How do I feel after that? The feeling must be amazing. And that's why I don't switch things up. I switch it up quite well, saying I can't do this, and maybe if I try to. Because saying you can't do all the time is actually a lot more damaging. So let me just try to achieve it. And even if I get close to it, I can feel a bit better. The same feeling as when you complete an exercise, you do a routine, or you achieve something in your business, you feel great at the end of it. So you keep on saying other things, and that allowed me to beat a challenging mindset. So there's loads of other things that comes together and also pushing through as I can't, or having energy just to say, oh, I can't be bothered, to say, look, let me just try and do it. And I think doing the things you're sick of doing, I think the feeling of completing it is even better. Challenging mindset, you can also affect you because you want to try and keep yourself motivated. I always go through the day trying to try and keep myself buzzed up and try to think of all these new things to do and make sure I get my work out of the way and try and keep my goals achievable. But I think keeping yourself motivated is very challenging, especially when you're locked down or when you've got a goal that's so far away, you've got to keep on trying and trying. And also, with keeping yourself motivated as well, exercising is very difficult, especially with me when I was running these long distances and trying to keep myself fit and healthy. It was very hard just to keep on going. So instead of just pushing yourself to the point of madness, I would say it's trying good to do it into stages as well. So if you can't do the 5K that one day, just do it the next day. And if you can't exercise that day, just do it the next day. But you don't want to push it to the point where you end up not doing it for a whole week. You just try and say, okay, let me try and if I can't do it today, I'll do it tomorrow. But sometimes it's best just to do it anyway, because the things that you hate to do, it's best just to do it, because it's your mind that's telling you it's your body telling you not to do it, it's not your mind. So you just have to train your mind to tell you to do something, and it works out okay. So keeping yourself motivated is really important, especially in times like this. So I think that's another key thing, to also challenge yourself. And I think with the motivation wise, even towards my businesses, sometimes when you're going, you feel like you're just in a comfort zone where nothing's really happening. With me, I try and keep myself onto a stage where I try and keep myself busy, and also try and think, okay, what am I trying to do with this? Am I trying to build into more venues or more events, and see how things go from there? But yeah, thanks for watching my YouTube channel, and if you'd like to like, comment and subscribe, share with your friends. More videos are coming up, especially with like different types of mindsets I go through. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching.